Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English News of Binh Phuoc Radio, Television Station and Newspaper. I'm Hình with the latest news for today. Binh Phuoc Province moves to large investment. Livestock sector in Binh Phuoc fare well. Prime Minister discusses continued collaboration with IMF amidst global challenges. Bronze statues of Goddess Durga repatriated. Binh Phuoc Province is intensifying efforts to adjust investment by prioritizing the development of industrial zone and transportation infrastructure, streamlining administrative procedure, and offering tailored incentives for foreign investors. This strategic push aims to elevate the province from a mere potential reserve to a dynamic growth engine within the southeastern economic landscape.
As of June 2024, Binh Phuoc has successfully secured 418 foreign direct investment or FDI projects, totaling over $4.3 billion in capital. These projects are major global brands such as CP from Thailand, Hayat from Turkey, Sungju Samsung, Jafar, and Huahua Tires from China. The province's achievement in attracting FDI marks a significant milestone, underscoring its strategic direction and appeal to investors. Binh Phuoc has strategically positioned itself with the foundation of four strengths: good infrastructure, skilled workforce, favorable policies, and excellent public services to cater effectively to investor needs. This proactive approach has solidified Binh Phuoc as a prime investment destination for foreign investors, driving notable FDI growth in the southeastern key economic region and placing it at the forefront nationally.
Leveraging its abundant land resources and strategic development plan for integrated livestock, Binh Phuoc has significantly boosted efficiency, increased production value, and ensured stringent food safety and disease control standards in livestock farming. This advancement has spurred local families to confidently invest in large-scale farms, thereby enhancing their income.
The province currently has 414 pig farms and 88 poultry farms, which are rapidly evolving into large-scale industrial facilities with a focus on disease prevention and sustainable practices. Binh Phuoc boasts substantial livestock numbers, including over 12,000 buffaloes, more than 40,500 cows, and a poultry population exceeding 10.2 million. A notable increase, particularly in poultry, with an additional 876,000 birds compared to previous figure. The swine population has also grown to approximately 2 million, a rise of over 98,000 pigs. Looking ahead, Binh Phuoc aims to establish itself as a disease-safe livestock farming hub by 2030, meeting export criteria. The province's strategic vision includes becoming a pivotal national center for livestock and livestock product exports.
Binh Phuoc Province Elderly Achievement 2024 features the themes joining hands to protect, care for, and enhance the role of the elderly.
The Provincial People's Committee plans to deliver diverse forms of care and protection for the elderly. Activities include healthcare program, support for business startup, and production and business development. Events such as longevity celebrations and intergenerational club gatherings are also scheduled, alongside culture, artistic, and sports activities designed specifically for seniors. Furthermore, there are educational campaigns to promote awareness of laws and policies concerning the elderly. For disadvantaged elderly individuals, the province is implementing initiatives such as visits, gift distributions, free health consultations, and surgeries to restore vision impaired by cataracts. Extensive communication campaigns are implemented to foster community-wide understanding and responsibility regarding the care, protection, and empowerment of older adults.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has commended the practical and effective partnership between Vietnam and the International Monetary Fund, highlighting its value in policy consultation.
Receiving the IMF delegation led by Paulo Medes, Prime Minister Truyền commended the practical and effective partnership between Vietnam and the fund, especially its value in policy consultations. The leader said, Vietnam is pursuing 3 strategic breakthroughs in infrastructure, institutional frameworks, and quality human resources training. They aim to address development bottlenecks, reduce logistics costs, enhance the economy's competitiveness, and meet workforce demand in the new era, especially in emerging sectors. Acknowledging the Vietnamese government's economic management, particularly its handling of inflation and banking sector reforms, Medes encouraged further efforts in improving governance, fighting corruption, and attracting investment, especially in infrastructure and renewable energy. The IMF is willing to continue supporting Vietnam, he noted.
Party General Secretary Binh Phuoc boasts on building and developing an advanced Vietnamese culture rich in national identity were unveiled at the ceremony in Hanoi on June the 21st, which coincided with the 99th anniversary of the Vietnam Revolutionary Flag Days.
The book was edited and published by the Party Central Committee's Commission for Information and Education, the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the Truth National Political Publishing House, the Communist Review magazine, the Vietnam News Agency, and other relevant agencies. Divided into 3 parts, the book is a collection of 92 writings, speeches, talks, excerpts from interviews, and letters by the party chief, with the earliest piece dating back to 1968. The contents reflect his profound concern over building, preserving and developing the Vietnamese culture with traditional and modern elements to contribute to national construction and development. It also includes over 90 documentary photos capturing moments of the party leader in cultural activities, working trips to localities and cultural sector units, and engaging with artists and intellectuals nationwide.
Vietnam's target of achieving climate neutrality by 2050 is not only technically feasible but also the most cost-effective scenario, according to a report developed by Vietnam Electricity and Renewable Energy Authority, the Danish Energy Agency, and the Embassy of Denmark in Vietnam.
The Vietnam Energy Outlook report, Pathways to Net Zero, released on June 19th, said that to achieve the 2050 target, Vietnam's CO2 emissions should peak in 2030 and the green energy transition needs to happen urgently and at a faster pace than previously. With enormous potential for solar power, onshore and offshore wind power, Vietnam is well positioned to transform its energy sector from fossil fuels to renewable energy and leverage its national resources. The report shows how Vietnam, through the expansion of renewable energy, along with electrification of the industry and transport sectors, can secure a cost-efficient green transition and reach its target of net zero emissions by 2050, while reducing Vietnam's dependence on energy imports. The report is the 4th in a series of Outlook publications under the Danish-Vietnamese Energy Partnership Program, a long-term partnership between Denmark and Vietnam on the green energy transition.
Ladies and gentlemen, a bronze statue of God Truga arrived in Hanoi on June the 18th and being kept at the National Museums of History in Hanoi to serve researching and exhibiting activity. The Department of Cultural Heritage under the Ministry of Culture, Sport and Tourism announced on June the 20th.
The ancient statue of the Vietnamese origin is 191 centimeters long and 101 kilograms weigh, depicting the image of the Hindu goddess Durga and having great historical, cultural and art values. It reflects the cultural, religious life and beliefs in the history of Champa community, an important part constituting the diversity and unity in the community of Vietnamese ethnic groups. The repatriation of the statue, which was illegally trafficked into the US, is a result of cooperation between Vietnam, the US, and the UK. It is also an outcome of Vietnam's efforts to implement the commitments of the 1970 UNESCO Convention on measures to prohibit the illegal export, import, and transfer of ownership of cultural property.
That's all for the news today. Thank you for watching BPTV News. Goodbye and see you next time.